We should do an intro thing.
No,
like
to the Mills and Jasmine Show.
No, I was thinking like a dance thing.
Oh.
Like a something. Yeah. We should go. Whoa. Okay, yeah, I like it. Okay, hold on. Whoa. What's up, guys? It's Jasmine.
Oh, Carmel.
It's my sister. And we're gonna do a mukbang today, quarantine style. We have seafood,
Crawfish, crab legs, and shrimp.
yes,
With potatoes, corn, and sausage.
yes. And I'm uncultured. I don't know how to eat seafood, so.
It's okay, that's why I'm here.
So, what's the topic of the day, Mel?
Can exes be friends? Is there more I'm missing?
No, that was pretty much it.
Oh.
And like boundaries and like relationships and stuff like that. So, can exes be friends?
I do think that they can be friends.
Why?
I think they can be friends because, you know, if somebody dates, two people date, and it doesn't work out, and later on down the road, you know, not everybody stays mad at each other for all, you know, for the rest of their lives. So
Yeah.
eventually y'all can let bygones be bygones and just be okay with, because obviously you like that person for a reason. You know, obviously it's something about them. Y'all got along at one point, so y'all can get along again, just not romantically.
I disagree. I'm on the opposite end. Well, I think you guys can be cool, but I feel like being friends, like when it comes to like your future relationships, I feel like there has to be like a certain, like unless you have boundaries in place with that ex, I feel like it's a dangerous territory to be friends with the ex. Because I don't know, I wouldn't want to, I don't know, like it just seems like it gives too much room for problems happening in your new relationship. For example, you guys could have like the most secure relationship ever, but then like the simple fact that you're friends with the ex might make your partner feel like nervous or like kind of scared that there might still be a connection, even if there isn't. Like you would always still have that like that suspicion, like do they still feel something for each other because they used to feel something for each other? Because they used to feel something for each other.
Well, I mean, sure, if you wanted to give me crab leg, all you had to do was ask.
My bad. So I feel like it just gives too much room for like fights to start. And okay, well, so let's put it this way: if you were in a relationship and your boyfriend was still cool with his ex, like where would the line be drawn for you, like as far as how close they could be?
I mean, I would think like, you know, if my boundaries would be like, you know, it's okay to be cool with your ex, like not have no problems or whatever. But, you know, I feel like, you know, the boundaries come with like, are y'all talking every single day? You know, y'all hanging out all the time type stuff. That's when boundaries starts to kind of get crossed. Like, it's okay to like, you know, have a chat every now and then and, you know, hey, what's up? You know, how you doing? You know, things good. You know, just to see how everything's going with them, whatever. If it's like a group setting and they just happen to be there, then they just happen to be there. Like, it's whatever. But like, you know, secret meetups, stuff like that, that's when things start getting shady.
Yeah.
You know? So I just feel like, you know, it's okay to be friends with them as long as, you know, you're not crossing any boundaries that makes your partner uncomfortable. Yeah. And the partner should also have trust into their partner to where they won't feel like they won't step out of their relationship. I don't necessarily see a problem with it as long as you're being respectful and not disrespecting the relationship anyway.
I think it also has to do with like communication. Let's say that person is secure, but they just don't want, like they trust you, but they just don't feel comfortable with you being friends with your ex. Would you honor that, or would you break up with them?
I would honor it just off the simple fact that because it was my ex, I could see if we never dated,
right?
And I was friends with this person before you came. Unless they've given you a reason to not trust them, then I just feel like, okay, well now what's really your issue? You know? But I mean, if you're just not comfortable, I can understand. I mean, I can understand that. I could be like, you know,
Yeah.
All right, if that's what if that's what makes your partner comfortable, then I can understand that.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know, like I feel like.
But I would hope that would be at the end of the day, I would hope that it's not because you don't feel like I can't handle myself. Because at the end of the day, even though if that's how you feel, like you can't trust me with it, then it's not just going to be with the ex. It's going to be with anybody.
Right, that's true. I also feel like because it's the ex, though, depending on like how close you guys were, I feel like it's kind of dangerous to still be in like for me at least, like to still kind of be super cool with somebody that you dated, because like if you try to move on, they might be that one piece that keeps you from closing.
Oh! Girl, you need the whole, the bid, the gloves, the hair tie, all of that. Jeez.
Technical difficulties. What was I saying? Making sure that if you still have feelings for that person, I don't think it's smart if you're trying to move on from them. That's like, at least for me, like I'm cool with some of my exes, but it's like we don't have each other's numbers, so we don't like communicate every day. Like there's no opportunity for us to become close again. And I feel like that's cool. Like you're still cool with them, but you're not necessarily friends to where it's like, because I feel like that also kind of goes into the category of what is considered friends, because a lot of people call anybody their friend, but they don't have a true friendship with that person. And to me, a friendship is like somebody that you talk to like often, like multiple times a week. It might not be every day, but you keep in touch with them often enough to know how they're doing on a consistent basis, and maybe you guys hang out every now and then. Somebody who supports you, like you can go to them if you're having trouble with something. That's what I mean with a friend, because it's like, I was watching this video with Michael Todd, like his for Transformation Church. It was I think it was part of the relationship goals series where they had the panel, and they were talking about like if you guys are married, there's really no reason for you guys to have friends that are single, because then that gives the enemy room to like come in and put insecurities where there weren't insecurities before, make fights where there weren't fights before, because of that one person. So it might not even be you, it might just be like there's an opportunity for a fight to happen, and so the enemy will come in and try to like kind of like make drama where there's no drama. And I feel like even like people who are the most secure can kind of fall into that sometimes, because we're human. Like sometimes we misperceive things and we let our emotions get the best of us. I definitely think exes can be cool. So I mean, or I feel like if you are friends with your ex, maybe like once you get in a relationship, if you're honest with your partner in the first place, like, hey, I'm still cool with my ex, but it's nothing that you should be worried about. Like, I feel like communication will really like soothe that. That way they don't find out of nowhere.
Oh, girl.
Like if you're talking to somebody and they're like, oh, who's that? And you go, my ex. And they're looking at you like, I didn't know you had an ex that you was talking to. Like, I feel like if you're upfront about who you're friends with and who you're talking to, then it makes it a little bit more like, I don't know, it's all about communication and being mature. Because some people, they if you don't ask, they don't tell. And they'll be honest if you tell, but they won't be transparent and just say it without you having to ask them. So, yeah,
I get that. It's definitely a maturity thing.
Yeah,
because I mean, if you think about it, exes that, some people may only have 1 or 2 exes. Some people may have like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the end of the day, if you think about it, are you still gonna have feelings for all of them?
Right.
Because at some point in time, you move on. Some people would be like, why did I even date this person?
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's just like, that's when I feel like, it's okay to like be friends. May not, if you're in a relationship, then obviously there's boundaries. But I mean, if y'all are friends, y'all both single, whatever, then it's like, because I'm cool with all of my exes. I'm friends with some of them I talk to more than others, and I don't look at them like, oh, we can get back together one day. Like, that don't never cross my mind. It's just like, oh, you were a cool person. Like, I was cool with you once, I can be cool with you again. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe talking to me about their new girlfriends. I'm like, yeah, this what you need to do to make her happy.
Ooh, okay.
You know.
Let's get this deep. Let's dive into that though. How would you feel if you were having an issue with you in a relationship that you were in, and they were talking to their ex about an issue they were having with their partner, or if they were talking about let me rewind. If you were in a relationship and your ex and your partner was cool with their ex, and you and your partner were having an issue, and they turned to their ex to talk about a problem that you guys were having, how would you feel about that?
Going automatically to your ex about it is something that, I personally wouldn't be too okay with that. I can see if, like, it was just a random conversation, or if you were in a group of friends or something, y'all were talking about something, and, they had input or whatever. But if you're like, oh, I'm going through something, let me go text my ex, then that's, I'm just like,
yeah, like, you have other friends that
you should be, if anything, you should be talking to me about your issues before you're supposed to be talking to your friends about it in the first place.
Exactly. Okay, now let's shift gears. Is it okay to be friends with your ex if you guys just broke up and you're trying to move forward?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
I feel like that's with anybody. Like, even if you guys didn't date necessarily, I feel like that space is required.
Yes.
Like, you definitely need time apart from that person to truly, like, rehabilitate.
Definitely. Like, definitely, especially if, like, feelings were strong and stuff, it's really hard. It's hard, if not impossible, to be friends with your ex after y'all just recently broke up.
Yeah.
Because if you see them out going being single, and they being single in front of you, you're going to feel some type of way.
Exactly.
Vice versa.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
they gonna do something that reminded you of why you liked them in the first place. They gonna be in your feelings, like, oh, I miss this, I miss that, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's definitely some time. Like, I'm friends with my exes because it's been time in between, been years.
Yeah.
So I can be like, I've already moved on from all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still friends with my high school ex. I graduated in 2014. It's 2020. Like, at that point, I can be like, yeah, we're cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, yeah, we did date, didn't we?
no, I honestly did. I'm like, damn, I did date you, didn't I? Damn, that was so long ago. You remember that? Like, So it's like, at some point, it's okay. But it's like, when it's too soon, it's too soon. You definitely need that space to separate yourself, resolve any feelings before y'all can actually just be friends.
Yeah. Okay, let's take on the subject of boundaries, social media. Like, what are some acceptable social media boundaries to have, as far as, like, I don't like it when you do this, or like those type of things, as far as like where's the line for you and why, as far as what you do and don't like?
Honestly, I don't mind if, every now and then he likes a picture or whatever, or I feel like it's over exaggerating if all your likes is of females. Then it's like, okay, bro, chill out.
Yeah.
Or if you like commenting on all these girls' IG posts, or Twitter posts, hard eyes and stuff. No, anything that you would not do in front of my face is considered cheating in my eyes. If you got to do it behind my back, you're cheating.
Yeah.
Or you being disloyal or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you know that if I were to see it and I wouldn't like it, then you know that you're being disloyal because I wouldn't like it.
Right. I don't personally. It depends on the picture to me. Like, if it's just a homegirl, that's whatever. Like, I don't care. But if it's like a thirst trap, like you liking pictures that are obviously thirst trap, even if they're like not even like half naked, but they're like, you know how girls will pose because they want you to look at something.
Yeah, the little
booty pop. Yeah. You like your pictures like that. I'm gonna have an issue with it. But my thing is, if I'm like friends with you on social media before we even like date, and I see that you have a habit of liking pictures like that, I'm not even gonna give you my time because I know it bothers me. So rather than try to like change you while we're dating, I'm gonna just let you be. You can do that with somebody else. I'm not gonna waste my time on somebody who's gonna make me feel like insecure if I knew that that's what they would do. If I knew that's what they were doing when they were single, like I feel like habits don't change just like that. Like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna stop liking pictures now. Like, I feel like that's like a habit that you do. So I just don't even, like, that's not something I even want to give my energy to anymore.
About that, one thing I do believe though, because I definitely agree, but I do believe people are different single than they are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen that with my own eyes, because I've seen people who are very different people when they are single, but I've also seen them very, open and, honest and stuff in their relationships when they are in a relationship.
Okay.
So it's like, honestly, I just feel like that depends on the person. You can kind of tell, like, just by the way, I mean, to a certain extent, you can kind of tell how people are just by the way they, stuff that they post, retweet, or post on IG or Facebook or whatever. You can kind of tell what kind of person they are, but a lot of times people just kind of troll on the internet, so you can't really go based off of that. But I do believe that people are different when they're single than when they are in a relationship. Because, when you're single, you have no loyalty to nobody. Why you have to...
Yeah.
Some people think, like, why do I need to not do this? Or why can't I do this? I'm single, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
Whereas they could be like, okay, I'm in a relationship now. I already know the rules. I'm not going to do something that I wouldn't want my partner doing. So I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. So I just feel like it depends on the maturity of the person.
Okay. I think when it comes to that, specifically for liking pictures, though, I feel like the type of pictures you're liking, like if they're like thirst traps, like we were talking about it before, if you like those type of pictures beforehand, chances are you probably follow those people, and like even if you don't like it, you're probably still lusting after them. So it's like, even if you're lusting in your heart after someone else and you're in a relationship, it's probably something that you like something in you that you formed while you were single. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, and I know it's not realistic to like not find other people attractive. Like, I'm not saying you can't find other people attractive. It's just like acting on those. Like, I feel like if you're not able to, which you make a good point. Like, some people, they become like I'm loyal to someone now, so they change their habits. But if I see that, like if it's really extreme, like I'm just gonna be like, okay, no, I'm not bothering with you.
Yeah, if I see that you commenting on every single girl,
like if
you liking every single picture,
like if you're for everybody, then you can go, you can stay for everybody, because you can't be for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can friends of the opposite sex just be friends?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that friends of the opposite sex can be friends. Like, people have this weird idea that men and women can't just be friends. Like, we are only made on this planet to procreate. I mean, which, we are made on this planet to procreate. But, friendships are possible without any type of romantic feelings or anything like that. Like, you're not going to be attracted to every single person in the world. Like, there's billions and trillions of people. You're not going to be attracted to every single person. Like, some people you could just naturally get along with. And I believe in, soulmate energy. And I definitely believe, like, we have soulmates, that, not soulmates aren't just, relationships, but you can have a friendship soulmate, like somebody who, you definitely feel like we're meant to be in your life.
Yeah.
And like myself, like I have a lot of guy friends, and guy friends that are literally just guy friends.
Yeah.
Like, we've never had no romantic feelings or liked each other or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is this blue? Am I tripping? Does that look blue to you?
Yeah, it's kind of.
I definitely believe it's possible to just be friends, because like I said, I have guy friends who are like my brothers. Like, like I can talk to them. I can get a guy's point of view on certain, things. It's definitely good to have, friends of the opposite sex, because you can get a point of view from another gender's perspective. Yeah. Than just, having your own, because, men and women are two different species. We're all human, but
wait, no,
as far as
we're the same species, we're just two different.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yes.
Anyways, yes, we're the same species, but we're two different genders. We think differently.
You have different compositions, like chemical compositions,
exactly,
and stuff like that.
So it's different, and it's very helpful, to be honest, to have a guy friend that is just a guy friend. Yeah.
I think people of the opposite sex can be just friends. But I think that if you guys find each other attractive, it's a tricky situation, and you got to be careful, because there could be that moment where it's like, dang, man, I mean, you single, I'm single, we like each other, we're really good friends, and you know how people always talk about they want the friendship before they want to date, and so I feel like it can be murky water sometimes. And that's like the tough part when you end up liking a friend and it's like, dang, do I date you? And then if we break up, we're not friends at all no more. Like, that's one of the things. And then I also think that I forgot what I was gonna say. It was a really good point. Oh, darn.
Well, what I'll say to that is, like, I have a friend who has gone through this certain situation before, and her and her ex, they were best friends first, and then they started dating, and then it ended badly, and now they're nothing. So, and she's very hurt about it, and I can understand why, because you not only did you lose a relationship, you lost a friend.
How can you tell when a guy just wants to be friends, or if he's acting like he wants to be friends because he wants something more? Because I feel like this has happened to me on more than one occasion where, like, a guy will act like he's cool with being your friend, but then when he realizes that he's actually not going to get where he wants to get with you, he kind of, like, stops acting like a friend.
Yep. I had a brain freeze for a second, but I was listening.
Like, what I do, if a guy that I've never talked to starts to, like, want to hang out or something, I ask him straight up, like, okay, what are your intentions?
Oh, yeah.
Just so that I know from the jump, like, if we're on the same page, because I don't want there to be, like, a different, like, perception of what it is than what it is.
Yep.
But I hate when guys aren't, like, able to be honest with themselves, and, like, they think they're willing to just be friends, but they're not.
You can kind of tell when, because I definitely do the same thing, like, with it, like, what are your intentions, you know? But sometimes you can kind of tell where friendships are happening naturally, whereas it's kind of being, like, forced.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You can feel it, because, like, with my guy friends, they weren't forced. They were just, natural. Like,
they didn't approach you like, hey, can I be your friend?
Yes, it was all like, oh, we have a few conversations. Oh, you cool? We'll have, all hang out as a group or whatever. Have a good time. We'll have deep conversation. Like, it just so happens naturally, like it would if it was a girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you can kind of tell when somebody's intentions aren't
right.
Just friend. Like, they'll normally, if they wanted something more, they normally would kind of throw little hints out there. It's just the fact that you're gonna catch them.
Yeah, I don't like that. Do you like? If you like me, just say it, because
you're
gonna be throwing hints, and I'm gonna be like this,
and then you're gonna be then I'm gonna be hurting your feelings,
right?
And you're gonna be in your feelings, so you might as well just be honest, get it over with.
That's what I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something I was thinking. Like, a lot of times friendships just happen. It's not like, oh, do you want to be my... Like, it's not kindergarten. You don't walk up to say, do you want to be my friend? Like, that's what we do when we're little, Like, I feel like it just kind of happens organically, and that's how you can tell, like, oh...
those are the best friendships.
They are.
The ones where you didn't expect coming.
Right. The ones where you didn't really have to do much to, like, initiate it.
Can't think of it right now. Let me think.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, that's... Ooh! Oh, you got it! Oh! Aww. Here's a question. Can friends... Okay, let's say that you're friends... Because you've dealt with this. You're friends with somebody, and then you introduce one of your friends to that friend, and then you and the friend... Okay, let's say you and Courtney are friends. Like, you've been friends, y'all hella cool.
I have a friend named Courtney.
Okay, yeah. And then you meet somebody named Brittany, and that's like a new friend. And then you introduce Courtney to Brittany, y'all all become friends. Then you and Brittany have a falling out. And Courtney and Brittany are still friends. Like, how does that make you feel?
It's actually a little weird. Especially since Courtney and Brittany met through me.
Yeah.
But, I can't, you can't necessarily tell somebody, stop being friends with that person. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, at some point, it's just like, okay, you have to respect it, but as long as your friend, Courtney understands that there are boundaries when it comes to that. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you met her through me. We were friends first. There are loyalty towards that. You see what I'm saying? And I know that, time doesn't determine somebody's loyalty. Yeah. Because you can find somebody that's loyal to you that you've known since for 2 months rather than you've known for 2 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, if y'all are still close friends, you know, nothing happened between y'all, it's just you and Brittany, you know, I feel like the Courtney should understand that there are boundaries. Like, it's cool to be cool with that person, but, like,
y'all ain't having no conversations about me.
Exactly. Like, my business stays out of y'all's conversation.
Yeah.
When we see each other, if me and Brittany ever bump into each other and we see each other, you know, a quick, hey, how you doing, whatever. But if you...
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now, bro.
Yeah.
You be extra.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's kind of high school to, like, not be friends with somebody just because, like, your friend isn't friends with somebody anymore. But I also feel like that depends on the situation, like, what happened, like, what your, like, affiliation is with that person. Because with my sister, if somebody does her wrong, I'm looking at them sideways. Even if they're friends again, like, I'm always gonna, like, I'm gonna be nice to you, but, like, it's always, like, I'm looking out for her at the end of the day because she's family. So I'm looking, like, I'm cool with you, but I remember what you did. So I'm, like, looking at you with caution from, like, that point forward. And I'm never, like, gonna, like, treat anybody, like, badly, but, like, I always look at them, like, with scrutiny after that. So it's like, I believe you can still be cool with people if your friend isn't cool with them anymore. I just think that there's levels to it. Like, I'm not going to be telling you my friend's business if y'all aren't friends anymore. And if you talking about my friend, I'm going to shut it down. Like, even though you guys aren't friends, that's still my friend. So don't say nothing disrespectful about her to me. Don't talk to her about me at all. You got other friends you can talk to them, because, like, at the end of the day, that's my friend. I don't want you putting me in a position that like, an awkward position where I'm going to have to feel like, oh, I got to tell her now because you over here running your mouth.
Right. Exactly. It's all about respect and maturity. Yeah. If y'all gonna be cool, be mature about it. Right. You know, be respectful about it. You know your boundaries. And, you know, it's just really like a loyalty thing. Like, I'm the same way, but I'm also one to forgive people, because I do believe people can change over time. You know, but they just have to be willing to change within themselves, not because somebody told you to. Right. And so if you continue to feel like somebody, you know, is changing or whatever, then, you know, I'll be like, okay, I can kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But if it's like, you know, a pattern over and over again, I see it. Because, you know, when you are really close to somebody, a lot of times you don't really see, you know, everything that they do. Yeah. But, you know, somebody looking from the outside can see all the shadiness. And so, that's true. You know, it's definitely... Because I've been in a situation where my friend stopped being friends with somebody and I was still cool with them. But, you know, I knew my boundaries. I don't talk to me about her. If you got anything, if you got any animosity about her or him or whatever, don't tell me. Because if you tell me, I will tell them. Yes. So you might as well just keep your mouth shut. Right. And just keep it at, you know, how you doing, what's going on with you, how's work, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it cordial. Because if you want me to choose my loyalty, I will have to choose her. Yeah, exactly. But I also think that time isn't necessarily a good, like you said, time isn't a measure of loyalty. So it also just feels like whatever bond is strongest, like that's like I'm gonna have to be. Like, at the end of the day, if there's a problem between y'all two, I'm going to leave myself out of it. But if it comes down to, choose one of us, I might choose neither of y'all. Because if y'all going to put me in that type of situation over a problem y'all have, that's not fair to me, you know? That's true. That's how I feel about that. Ooh, my nails is just dirty. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you, Carmel, for joining me. And don't mind my hair. This is my quarantine look. Yeah, I had to throw this wig on because I didn't have a wig to throw on, so y'all just had to get the ugly side of me. But it's okay. It's okay. It's fine, though, because we gonna bounce back right after. Look, I'm gonna be your baby, okay? Just wait on it. But yeah, stay safe, stay home, guys, and bye.